Hey YouTube bro, what's going on? So it's Monday early, it's like 6:30 a.m. though, but I had a dream and then when I woke up and I was kind of felt rested, so I was like, all right, I'm up. So I figured fuck it, why not make this video? So yeah, the that All-Star game. I I guess I predicted right. You know, going into the halftime, I'm like, shit, Team Giannis is definitely gonna win this one. How could Team LeBron come back? Well, they did. I guess as KD put it in his post interview, which he won MVP. Typical, right? Yeah, they're like, you know what? They just started playing and making more shots, though. And yeah, it was a scoring fest. Of course, no defense was played and it was just a guy trying to put on a show. That's the whole point. It's entertainment, though. So if you wanted more fast-paced defense like how it is in a normal game, well, that wasn't gonna happen, though, and you were probably gonna be disappointed if you were expecting that. But I mean, if you watch the sport long enough now, you should know that that was gonna happen. So Team LeBron won, and Team Giannis. I mean, yeah, they were up for at least up, well into the third quarter. I was like, no, I was like, you know what? I think they're coming back. I think they're coming back. And the way I made that prediction, I go by 3 steps. Let me tell you about these 3 steps. Number one, I always go with my gut instinct. And generally, when you go with your gut instinct, sometimes that tends to be right. You're like, hey, I just got a feeling that this is gonna happen. It's a possibility. Just go with me. That's my number one thing of making decisions is like gut instinct, which is not always right, but it's a majority. It takes a majority of my decision. I'm like, all right, I'm going with this. Number two, I go with what the experts say. People that know more than you. People, what you see on First Take, Undisputed, Speak for Yourself, The Herd, like all those shows, Pardon the Interruption, Around the Horn, all those sports journalists, people, guys that, dude, that's their job. They talk about that for a living. So, yes, they're going to know a lot more than you. They know what's going on and what's the environment like. So, their analysis and stuff, it's going to be a little bit more accurate than yours, than what you go on your gut feeling. But I generally also have to base it on that, though, because a lot of these guys and gals, they're not always 100% right, but they're not wrong either, though. I mean, they're wrong, but not as much as some your typical person at the bar drunk and you're about to have an argument with them on who's gonna win and what. And I'd rather hear their opinions first than someone else's, though, just because it just sounds more intelligent and it's thought out and well planned. And before the cameras start rolling, I'm sure they got sheets of paper, they're reading, they're jotting down notes, they're collaborating with each other, they're gonna say and stuff. So yeah, I go with what the experts say is number two. Number three, it's the numbers and the analytics. Yes. If I want to predict, how a team's gonna do in a game coming up, whether it's just a regular season game or playoff game or championship, the last game of the season, or series, then yes, I based it on how they've followed up during the season. And then, of course, like with their roster, their coaching, their environment in that facility, that area has to be all a factor too. I take everything of those things with my gut instinct, what the experts say, and then the analytics and numbers and all that. I put them all together. It's all inside this muscle right here. That's we call a brain. And I make a prediction. And with last night, I was just like, all right, well, Team LeBron does have a lot of guys on there that media tends to talk about more, because all those guys that played last night were NBA superstars. They all can play. They're all great. I could take either one from either team, whether they're a starter or substitute as a starting five. It doesn't matter. But I picked Team LeBron because something was just telling me that, LeBron just wants to have fun, but at the same time he wants to win too. And he's going to have a little bit of competitive edge. So yes, Scottie Pippen, he may not have your clutch gene as what Kobe and Michael Jordan may have and what you said on First Take or what it was recorded, but when it's game time, when it's going to go, LeBron's going to show up, though. His team may not win, but his performance is going to be above par, above what most people are expecting, though. At first, I was like, man, I didn't just give it to Giannis, so because he was just dunking here and there, alley-ooping, and then, of course, that one play in the first half where Steph Curry just, bounced the ball really hard and the ball went up, and Giannis just literally jumped up so high, his head was just about above the rim and came and dunked it out. That was beautiful. I was like, oh, shit, that was awesome. So that was exciting to watch. No, it was just that instance, hey, pretty soon those guys, it's putting on the show. But with Team LeBron, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, sooner or later, I'm like, all right, they're going to have to start playing, though. And, yeah, they started shooting it. Pretty soon it was alley-oop, layup, and then it was just, okay, who could shoot the best threes? And for a while I was like, man, for Team Giannis, Steph Curry, and then even Dirk, in the beginning it was certain. I was like, uh-oh. But then they started coming back, and, oh, man, it was a shootout fest. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to give the edge to LeBron. I thought it would be more of a closer game, throughout the series, but it was just at first it was just Team Giannis, I probably expended their energy a lot in the first half, and then it was just slowly starting to slow down the second, and then that's when LeBron's team was just all right, now we got a chance, and we're going to really play, and it showed. So it was an exciting all-star game. So with that being said, I guess it'll be weird to get used to it because, I still like East, West, but hey, this wasn't that bad either, though. Well, the season ends April 10th or 11th, right beginning of April, and then the playoffs are about to begin in a few more days. So, the Hawks, hey, you can do what you can do. Lakers, man, you guys are going to need a miracle, but we'll see how that goes. And then after that is just playoffs. The best team wins. Whoever's got the edge, those 5-7 game series, you got to give it to them. So it's gonna be fun, and then when the finals start, it's go time. Till then, though, this is gonna try to make this less than a 10-minute video, and it is out.